Someone who literally just sits here and says, I'm just going to watch someone else's work all day. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just watch this video. And I'm just going to talk over it. And I don't really have much to add. I'm going to make a joke every once in a while or have a reactionary face like, stupid reaction or whatever, right? I don't think that that's valid content. And I never have. And I've told you guys that over the years. That's why I don't want to do that. And everyone does it, by the way. Take a look at any content creator, from the smallest of the small to the biggest of the big. When they have a day when they just don't want to do any work, they do a react video. Okay? It's called lazy. I'm serious.
And I don't think you're getting enough credit for the work that you put in for that interview. So I think our combination of you being prepared with really good questions and me just like soaking in what was happening and just, calling it as I see it,
You knew just enough. You knew just enough to where you could say like, well, that's not right. And I knew way too much.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew way too much. No, you didn't know. Craig, you didn't know. You were told things that were supposed to be considered circumstantial evidence, and you were supposed to formulate an opinion. You didn't know anything. All you knew was what people had said about me. Now, you have evidence, just what they said about me and all their circumstantial bullshit. You didn't know anything. That's the problem. He went in to this interview, I know everything. So now we're going to ask, and hopefully we get the confession. Instead of, I'm going in, here's what I heard from this side. I actually did research on this side, and now we're going to meet in the middle, and we're going to have the interview. It was 1,000,000%. I listened only to the detractor side, and then asked me about one documentary, and that was it. That's completely different, right? Completely different.
To me, it seemed like Craig had the substance and Adam had the style of the interview, and that's just, you know what I mean? And not that you didn't have any substance either, but that's the way it
Craig, you have no style.
Or that you don't have any style.
All right. Continue.
Did yesterday. Absolutely. The Pounder says, does it cost $5K a month for each?
So here we go. This stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Does not. No.
It's like, no. That's a laughable
a simple no.
Yeah. Simple no. It costs time after the initial investment of getting your webcam.
All right. On to the next.
That's a long bike ride.
Dark side fail. Yeah, did you go on a 5-hour bike ride? That's insane.
He's like, I don't want this bike ride to end because I still got more to listen to.
Listen to on a bike.
It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Gamer 2 says,
oh, here we go. I'm toxic on my own streams. I ban anyone who brings evidence that contradicts his narrative. He lied about literally everything yesterday. There you go. Look at all that. Look at all that corroborating evidence of that statement. But they're going to keep reading it, right? Anything that's associated with money, they're going to read.
Toxic on his own streams and bans
anything.
Anyone who brings evidence that contradicts the narrative. He lied about literally everything yesterday.
You don't have to tell me, Gamer.
Sophie says, thank you so much.
What does this mean? Phil looks like he's going through puberty backwards and sweating like nuts. I didn't sweat once. I literally didn't sweat at all. Did you ever even see me like wipe my forehead? There was zero sweating, and I don't even know what that means. But do you see they're reading everything? Just read everything so that we can make fun of Phil. This is literally the Phil shit show.
Yeah, Craig and Adam.
Shit on Phil the entire show.
Like he was going through puberty backwards.
I didn't sweat. I wasn't sweating at all. Frankly, it was nice and cool yesterday. Today, it was hot in this office. But yesterday I was sweating, and I was in here for 5.5 hours. Right? What are you talking about?
Never know.
Almond John says, is it technically the third time Side Scroller show has been brought back to life?
Yes, it was. Okay.
Well, I think that if I was to change the intro, people would riot. But yeah, it's very similar to it, and that's mainly a mistake.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Something news industry would want from you.
Good point. He's got a good point. That's true.
The problem is it's too long. Like, if we could sit here and react to the whole show, but it's way too long. I'm not going to stick around for all night. So I have to skip a lot, and there's not a lot going on here. Right?
Breaking news.
I'm pretty sure Yellow Flash is booked. I need to look at the chat, but I know we were talking, so let me triple check. Hold on.
Mr. Knox, how you doing? Mr. Knox says, was DSP stupid or desperate for any form of clout to be a part of the interview?
You tell me, what clout did I get out of the interview? Zero clout. What benefit did I get? Did I make a lot of money? No, they didn't pay me any of that money that they made. Did I get any positive press from the interview? No, not at all. Right? Nothing. Nothing at all. It was supposed to be me being a guest on their show. It wasn't supposed to be an interview to begin with. I was doing them a favor, right? A favor.
Interview. Either way, this is freaking gold. Yeah, that. I don't know. I think that he likes our show. He said he watches our show, and we have a lot of fun on this show. And I think he desperately wants to be relevant and desperately wants to be successful, and just does not know how to do it properly.
Despite the fact that I literally said on the show, I have no aspirations to be a big YouTuber. I have no aspirations to be successful. All I want to do is put out content for my audience and make a living doing it. Meaningful content for a small group is what I want. That's what I actually like more. I literally said this on the show, and he thinks the opposite. Well, maybe if you would take that fucking hat off and take the cotton out of your ears, you'd hear what I actually said in your own interview.
In this world. And I mean, you got, if you've done the amount of shit that he's done without being honest and holding yourself accountable, he's never going to be able to shed that stigma that he has.
How was I never honest or held myself accountable? Did you not see me react to my own Down the Rabbit Hole, react to the John Rambo and Howard video from last year, and literally fess up to so many mistakes that I have made, right? Like, what are you talking of? You're talking about, here's what he's talking about. WWE champions. Like, literally, that's what he's talking about. That's it. It's like they took one issue out of the entire history of everything. They took one fucking thing, right? They took one joke from a stream last summer. It's a joke that's completely out of context to my normal content. I don't usually joke like that. It was a joke that was misinterpreted by a lot of negative people being negatively saying it was a racist joke. Wasn't intended that way. It's still a dark joke. It's definitely still too dark. It's not in my normal style. Well, that's him every stream then. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Right? What do you speak? What? None of what they're saying makes sense. It's like they weren't paying any attention.
It's impossible. Right now, unless he owns up to it, it'll never happen.
Own up to what? To the one thing? You're literally harping on one fucking thing. You ignored everything else.
Because everyone will always hold that against him. And, you know, he just wants to, like, pretend like all of it, oh no, it's all in my past. Like, let me just start fresh. And it's never going to happen, dude. You
Right.
can't start fresh because the internet is forever. And all your shit's on the internet.
Yeah, but so because people have done things in the past that are bad, you can never forgive them and never believe that they ever got better. That's what he's saying. Wow, you're an awesome person, Adam. Like, really. Let me make sure to not look at your past and find anything you've ever done, man. Holy shit. No one drudge up his past, right? Like, what are you talking about? You're not supposed to fucking ever improve and be better from your past, according to this guy. You can never, ever, like, wow. That's interesting.
Own your shit. It's just going to keep piling on you.
Right.
I think
the closest he was going to get would have been after the show.
Yesterday.
Right.
This was
He
the
didn't-
closest he ever had
Right.
to finally resetting, and he chose not to confirm
the
with you,
offer.
Craig, and he chose to fucking talk shit on Keemstar after the show. And it's like, bro, what the
Because Keemstar's a piece of shit. We said we were going to do it on the show. That doesn't mean shit. Keemstar is a piece of shit. No one likes him. All right? People deal with Keemstar because they want clout or they want money. All right? That's why. I can say whatever I want about him. I talked shit. He talks shit about me too. Way more than I've ever talked shit about him. You're out of your mind. I'm supposed to kiss his butt because I was happy. I want nothing to do with the guy. I already said this multiple times. I want absolutely nothing to do with that man at all. Like I said, if I ever had a business arrangement with Keemstar, he would literally try to control me for the rest of my life. He would literally like a puppeteer with strings. He's like, well, I helped fill out that one time, so now he's beholden to me for the rest of the life, right? That's the kind of guy he is. He's ultra controlling. Why do you think when he tried to control me with getting me to do this show, and I would not play by his rules, right? I would not just do exactly what he wanted, right? Drop my entire stream to answer the phone for him when I didn't even know it was him, correct? He's so upset because he wants to be in control of everything at all times. Why in the fuck would I ever want to go be in business with someone like that? Why do they like him so much? Are you stupid? Have you not done any kind of research on this man on the internet that's factual? And that's the difference. They'll say, oh, Keemstar and Phil are the same. They both get to hate. No. The things Keemstar has done are well publicly documented, and they're not circumstantial evidence. He fucking talked shit about mental illness to people like people like Etika and what happened there. He's falsely accused people on the internet that, and he literally factually proven he's orchestrated events, dramatic events that weren't real to get stuff, popularity for his content. It's factually proven. The stuff you're accusing me of is not factually proven. It's bullshit. Bullshit. There's a difference. Hated for bullshit, hated for facts. It's not rocket science unless you like the guy because you want to kiss his butt because you like riding on the clout that you have having him on your show. Let's be honest here.
Fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I know we got smart.
Well-
I got more to say. I'm just.
I'll say, just so you know, Flash will be.
The funny part again is that none of this was said when I was there. Do you understand? Why do you say this behind my back? Right? Why is this said? Where I was there. I was fucking there. If you have things to say to me, say it to my face. Why did you wait till the next day? You know? It doesn't make any sense at all. None. Except we wanted to profit.
On the show April 7th in a private Discord. Yeah, that viewer actually came in yesterday and last night when I was talking about this a little bit, and I was actually going to bring them up during the stream, but just didn't have an opportunity. So
Who?
Yeah. Craig is aware
missed
of,
it.
and Adam's aware of like 90% of all of this stuff.
I know way
This is
too
just
much
nothing.
about film.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah.
This is just, it's again, they took every super chat, read it out, and just, yes, it's all true, 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 yes, it's all true. That's not professional. I'm not there. I'm not there. You had me on the show.
And streaming, they can't finish it. Like a show that goes like horribly wrong after what, like 6 seasons, but you have to keep watching because you want to know how it ends.
I think
Maybe
it's more
that's
like.
it.
I think it's more like why Jersey.
Anyway, no one's watching me because it's like Jersey Shore, you fucking moron. Good lord.
Congrats on that home ownership, dude. Way to go.
Sounds smart.
But you'd probably watch Jersey Shore. It's probably your favorite show.
Actually, yeah, smart.
Get a good ROI on your house for sure. All right, let's see. I think we got a few more. And I'm still, golly. it
They're
keeps-
never gonna end.
chat
This
been
is their
so
whole
busy,
show.
it's
Is just reading negative
ridiculous.
super chats about me.
Mr. Doctor Inspector.
Okay, one actually had nothing to do with me. I can't believe it,
We'll
right?
probably pay taxes on it first before we spend it.
The 1651. That's an inside joke with all. Rise FN says Adam.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Just keep going. Let me just, for the sake of it, let me fast forward a bit. Let's go like 20 minutes forward and let's see what they're talking about. Okay?
Inner peace or whatever, you know.
Right. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Me too. Yeah, I hope so.
Here we go.
Darkseid Flow
It's,
says,
this is 20 minutes later. It continues, right? 20 minutes later, this is the whole show. The whole show is just about me.
Everyone wants to know, what are the chances you'll appear on That Being Said or other distractor streams? I've told, I've been in talks with That Being Said. I'll definitely appear on their show, 100%. 100%. I just gotta lock down a time. Coming up, I'm gonna be on Tuesday Night Main Event on Tuesday, coming up as well. So that's gonna
Great
be really
show.
cool.
Great show.
I was talking to Jeremy
Decent
about
gamer.
that.
Don't know what that is. Anyway.
Start fresh if you don't hold your. It's impossible to
Here we go,
start
here we
fresh
go.
if you don't hold yourself accountable in any way. Congrats for the great work, guys.
I'm going to skip ahead even further. Here we go.
Agile.
Jade, have a good
And
night.
I think that's why he's still sitting at like the World 1-1. So
Well, and he has such a high view of himself. You know, I said it to him, illusion of grandeur, man. Like you really think that you're this freaking king on this pedestal that everyone needs to worship you. And give
What
you
the fuck are you talking about? I'm a king on a pedestal that needs to be worshipped. We explained what the King of Hate moniker meant, right? We did. We actually went through it on the show. That has nothing to do with anything like that whatsoever, right? I said I'm a small-time guy. I'm a flawed. Everything I said on the show was to explain that I have absolutely no big thoughts or aspirations about myself or my content. But you see, it's a giant king, and everyone should kiss his butt. Yes, you're right. That's why I take it every opportunity to always be on top of everything, right? I totally don't. What a real wow. Yeah. If you want to talk about people who unprepared, this guy knows absolutely nothing about me whatsoever. Zero besides the hate that's come in. That's what he hears. He knows nothing about me or my content whatsoever.
You had it really well for a long time because there was no competition. You got into YouTube
This is
early,
correct.
man. Like good shit. But you didn't continue to evolve with the
This
internet.
is all correct.
You stayed stagnant, like thinking that you were worth people's attention.
Correct. I've talked about all this publicly in the Down the Rabbit Hole and other places. 100% correct. I've admitted to this.
And you weren't.
Correct.
You have to adjust and cater to your audience, and he didn't.
Correct.
His audience slowly grew in the wrong direction by people making fun of him, and instead of owning it and using it like Keem talked about, that's what he does. He's like, I got the most detractors, and I use them. They're my fans. They make me more money because of the hate. And
But he makes shit content that's harmful to others. That's how he got over it. He doesn't make gameplay videos, Adam. He doesn't interact with his audience in a nice, positive way. He's a jerk. He hurts people to make money. Everything he does is deriding others, making fun of others, bringing others down, and then making money off of it. He's like, he has a giant chessboard of what he considers the world of lolcows, right? Or anyone who's having a problem, and he moves the pieces around the chessboard, and he watches money fly off the chessboard into his pockets. That's how he made his money. How are you okay with that?
Bitter.
Tell me, and again, what I said is the difference between me and Keem, I've never hurt anyone with my content. Who did I hurt by making a bad Let's Play? Who did I hurt, right? With his stuff? Nothing. This guy's constantly hurting people.
No, out on his own audience when they didn't support him anymore. And it was just like, he just got worse and worse and worse. It's just like, bro, it's so obvious, like, but he can't see it.
What are you talking? What? Dude, this guy is a fucking dunce. He did nothing. He literally didn't do any research at all. Like, what are you talking about? I outright admitted it. We've outright talked about it on streams in React events. You fucking tremendous black hole of emptiness in your brain. It's documented that I fucking talked about it. Why is no one countering? No, actually, fair enough, he did say this because no one did the research. No one here did the research. It was just, we only listened to what the detractors said. And according to the detractors, he never grew, he never admitted, nothing. They only listened to the detractors. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
You got a point, and I think what Keem
Wow.
said was right too. It's one of them things. Like, I think if he would have owned up to his mistakes as they happened, as they came along, it would have been way different.
Correct.
But instead, he got to a point where he denied, and it's so much now. It's just a mountain.
Well, it depends. 'Cause I out of all these people, I think Travis is the most, I hate to say it, the guy who thinks the best about this shit. And he probably, you know what I mean? Like, what he's saying kind of makes sense. Except, yes and no, because, yeah, he's absolutely right. When I made mistakes and things went wrong, I was always like a pig-headed idiot, and I wouldn't admit that I did anything wrong. That was old Phil. Today, with, you guys call me out on stuff, and all the time. So, you're right, let's change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Travis, I think, out of all these people, is the voice of reason a lot of the time. Craig is just kind of the host, but he's kind of like the figurehead. But when you listen to all of them talk, Travis has some good takes, in my opinion.
He ever let it go? How could he admit? Because he has to admit to so much all at once. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous now. It's so much.
I'll say this. I've been doing this longer than Phil, and
That's
there's
true.
a certain time.
By the way, guys, there's a lot of tips and things coming in. I'm absolutely going to shout them out before the end of the stream, which is probably in about a half an hour. So we're not watching this whole show. This is 2.5 hours of just ragging on me. I can't watch 2.5 hours of this shit. But I think I'm proving my point here. No, how unfair this was.
where you need